Shalom, shalom. Waiting for few people to get in here. I'm gonna wait a little bit and then I'm gonna start it up. It's a beautiful day out here, man. Give me a second. Shalom, Maki and Makwa. All right. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rokaha, Kwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders, prophets, and teachers of GMS who rule well. Now, I myself am not a part of GMS, but through the power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, I was able to come across these brothers and get this 100% true. Now, we're going to start off with the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16, going into the mark of the beast. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, man. And this mark, this goes into the word charagma, which is a scratch or etching, i.e. stamp, a badge of servitude. So we're going to go into that word scratch, right? I'll get I'm going to get two definitions, the 14th century and the 15th century, right? Which is 14th century is a mark or wound slightly on the surface by a scraping or tearing action with something rough, sharp, or pointed, right? And that's going to go into your the palisade, what's going to be used to inject this RFID C-hip into your hand or into your forehead, right? The 15th century goes into a slight wound or laceration. That's beautiful. A slight tear in a skin or surface produced by something sharp or rough. So that's going to go into what's going to be used to, put the MOTB in you, right? And let's get to the next verse. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now, you got camps like IUIC teaching you that the MOTB is sin. Like, how can you buy or sell with sin? That doesn't make any sense. Shalom, shalom. Khan, an incision. It's clear, the scripture says it. And it has two different definitions. I just brought up two different definitions of the word scratch that's used. Right? And it goes into an incision or a laceration in the skin. Right? And let's get the next verse. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And if we go into that, right, I believe it's Nisai stigma. It's lucky. Lock it. So that goes into Nisai stigma. But we're gonna grab the etymology of that. IUIC. IUIC say the MOTB is sin, then say it's Christians, then say it's the CBDC. Con. IUIC don't know. IUIC just proving that they don't have any wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. At least pertaining to the mark of the beast, right? So that etymology, Slakia, goes into stigma. We're going to get the outline biblical usage. Outline biblical usage. A mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name of the name or stamp of their master or commander branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belonged to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods. Right? So notice that it said pricked or cut into the body, man. We're going to get the Strong's definitions, which is what the Ak went into when he said incision. Strong's definition is a mark incised or punched for recognition of ownership. So the MOTB is going to go within the body, and it's not sin, right? You got some people saying that it's the jab. It's not the jab, because there's brothers who have the jab, there's brothers who don't have the jab. Most of the brothers don't have the jab, and they're still out there buying, selling, and working. That would not be the case. But we are close. We are close to the MOTB every day. We're close to it every day. You could tell by the economy, civil unrest, and World War III being right around the corner, man. Right? Especially with the economy going down the shitter. Like, groceries are getting stupid expensive. You got the U.S. dollar going down the drain. The U.S. dollar is going to be worth nothing. The Brits currency is going to take over, man. Right? And those of you who want to take the mark, there's going to be a punishment. You're gonna die in that lake of fire, and that's after you suffer the consequences of having the mark that's written in the scriptures, which we're gonna grab right now. This is the book of Salakia. I'm allergic to bees, y'all. Don't do that. Salakia. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. Right? So you got this grievous sore, man. That goes into that's gonna go into the cancer, that cancerous boil. Because if you look at if you know the MOTB, you know what it is, right? Which is the RFID hip. It has a lithium battery in it, man. So if it blows, it's going to cause cancer. It's already been proven that it's going to cause cancer. Malignant sore, but it's going to cause cancer. Just like how they would brand us when we would escape the plantation, like a tattoo. Like a tattoo. And Jake still want to play around, man. Jake want to play. He don't want to learn what the MOTB is. He don't want to, or he'll say he knows. He'll say he's an Israelite, because there's a lot of people that's claiming to be Israelites, but they either they're not doing the work, or they're not really in it, man. They got one foot in the world, one foot in this truth, and that's being lukewarm. You're gonna be destroyed for that, right? Jake want to chase the 304s. He want to chase the bag. He wants his kingdom now. He wants his kingdom now, and he wants the kingdom, the kingdom to come. Matthew 12 and 50. Let me grab that real quick for you. This is the book of Matthew, like the Ak brung out, the book of Matthew chapter 12, verse 50. Whosoever shall do the will of my Father, which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother. So our family are those who, you good, Ak? Our family are those who keep this truth, man, who follow this truth. Anybody else who's not doing that, they're not our brother. So be careful who you call a brother, man. Be careful, because a lot of people are supporting like what Kanye did, and they're saying Kanye's a brother. What and the other brothers, that's the other worldly brothers, they're calling them brothers, right? And these are not your brothers, man. Just because they mention Israelite doesn't mean they're in this. Because this is a tough walk. This is a scary walk, right? And like I said, Jake wants the kingdom now. He doesn't want to wait till Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua brings it in. He wants to get it himself. And then he thinks that in getting the kingdom himself here on earth, that he's also gonna get it when we're out of here. And that's that's not gonna happen. He wanna chase all these fake women, man. These BBL queens and who got 20 different wigs and fake chests. The only natural part of their body is on the bottom of their foot. Like I say, he doesn't want to wait on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And Jake think that he can beat this devil at his own game today. He think that he could beat this devil himself. Let me get that. Because Esau, what he doesn't understand is that Esau is in his blessing. Right? This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessed, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live. So Esau Edom is in his blessing. This is his zone. And our people think that they could contend with that. They think that little 40 is gonna save them. Even the Jake that somehow got their hands on some crazy arsenal is still not enough, man. Esau Edom got lasers and nukes. Like you're not beating that, right? I saw a vid, right, where Jake was talking about the Jake was talking about the draft, right? And he was saying that if they come and get his children, that he's gonna rise up against them. Him and his whole street gonna rise up against him. And I'm like, what the fuck y'all gonna do? Esau come in, roll in with some tanks and some drones. You're not gonna do nothing, man. Y'all gonna get dealt with. And then guess what? They're gonna step over your bodies, and they're gonna draft you, and they're gonna have your kids sign the papers, man. They're gonna step over you, and your kids gonna sign the paper. They might use your body, your back, to sign them. Because Esau a devil, man. But Jake, and his exact words was, we got AR-15s, we got this, we got that. I'm like, what the hell is that gonna do? They got suits that can actually withstand a bomb, and you're trying to come at them with a Glock. They're gonna do away with you, man. And like I said, they're gonna do away with you, and they're gonna have your kids sign right in front of your body, man. And that's gonna be it for you. They still gonna go to war. They're gonna get sent a week later, if not earlier. They might get sent that day. All right. And for you Jakes out there that think you're gonna prep for all this, right? Because you got some that are preaching now. Look, I'm not against anybody who wants to start their own farm and do all of that. If that's your prerogative, do you. But when this Jacob's trouble come into full effect, it's not gonna help you, man. They're gonna be looking for you. They're gonna be out for us. They're gonna be out for blood. You're not gonna be able to set. It's like, let me rephrase that, because some brothers, through the power of Yahweh, they're gonna be able to, sustain themselves and sit back and just watch everything unfold. Let me rephrase this. For you Jakes out there that are not in this truth and think that you're going to, provide for yourself and sustain yourself, right? Like, and survive this trouble that's to come, you're mistaken. You're 2/3. It's not gonna happen. We need Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. You're not gonna be able to. You think you're gonna plant your way through Jacob's trouble, and you're not gonna lean on Yahweh. You're mistaken, right? And like I said, you doomsday preppers. Hey, all you really doing is setting up. All you really doing in Salakia is setting up. I'm trying to get my thought out. You're setting up for the elect, right? That's what you're doing. You saved all this water, all this food, and then Yahweh's gonna do away with your ass, and then the elect is gonna come in and scoop it up. That's what you're doing. You just prepping. You just prepping for the elect. You're not even gonna get to enjoy that, right? And some of y'all, some of the Akim, when they're in this trouble, your enemies are even gonna be at peace with you, man. We're not gonna have no worries. We're not gonna have to worry about the serpents of the field. We're not gonna have to worry about mountain lions, bears, none of that. They're gonna be at peace with us, man. And our enemies too. They're gonna be at peace with us. Yahweh can put the spirit on an Edomite, and I'm talking about an Edomite, like white hood Edomite. It can happen, man. Yahweh put the spirit on him, and he'll feed you and your family, and give you what food he got in his cabinets, and send you about your way, man. Yahweh can do it, right? I'm gonna get that in Proverbs, man. We're gonna get that in Proverbs 16:7. When a man's ways please Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. So you're gonna be good, man. the elect, Slakia, the elect are gonna be good, right? Because we don't know who the elect is, man. I want to make that clear. I don't want nobody to think that I'm saying that we are the elect. We don't know. We don't know who could be the elect, right? And let's get another precept, Salakia. Precept, Salakia. And we're coming into that time where we're gonna be that trouble's coming, Jacob's trouble. And like I said, we're gonna be the main target, right? We got the I can't find it, Salakia. The beloved brother Mata Zakbath said it in one of his live Project Megiddo. Hey, thank you, Paul Halal Yahweh Basham Yahushua, for bringing that to my memory, man. Project Megiddo. And they're going to be, one of their targets is going to be us, Israel. The Israelites, man. You got Matthew 10. You got Project Megiddo, and you got the FEMA camps that are coming. Slakia, the FEMA camps. And they're already setting them up, man. This is the book of the water for the precept. This is Matthew 10:22. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth until the end shall be saved. Slakia. So we got to endure this thing and stay in it and stay on it until the end. We're not. So those of you who believe in the rapture, just go ahead and dead that. Get that out of your head. It's not happening. It's not happening. Not only is rapture not in the scriptures, which we say constantly, it's not in the scriptures. The scripture clearly, like it just stated, he that endureth until the end, same shall be saved. Or it shall be saved. So you're not getting out of this. See, the reason that the Christians brought out that whole doctrine pertaining to the rapture was because they scared the shit out of people with the hell doctrine, which is another false doctrine. There's no place where you're going to be burning forever. That's not a thing. After scaring people with the hell doctrine, right? They needed an escape so that they can bring more people into that false ass belief. So they came up with the rapture, right? And they got people thinking that before trouble hits, that they're going to be raptured out. And what that's going to do, right? All of you Christians in there that think that you believe your true colors are going to show when that rapture doesn't show up. Why do you think people are going to be so angry and so ready to do away with us, the ones who preach this word, man? They're going to be, because they're not going to believe anymore. Their rapture's not going to come. Their rapture never is going to come, and they're going to take it out. They're going to take it out. A lot of people are going to, that coldness of their heart's going to kick in. This shit happens to anybody who loses their belief of anything. Their first reaction is going to be anger, right? And they're going to lash out at everyone around them. And not to mention, you're going to be in Jacob's trouble. You're going to be starving. So a lot of people are going to lose their houses because they're coming to get those, man. For those of you who think you're going to be good, unless you take that mark, you're going to lose your house. You're going to lose your car. Hell, you might lose your kids. You gotta be okay with that. You know, the scripture says, he who loveth his mother and father, you know, more than me is not worthy of me. Right? So you got to make sure you keep your walk straight. Keep your path straight, man, or it's you're gonna be dealt with. Your true faith is gonna show, and you're gonna be found lacking, and you're gonna be dealt with, man. And you need to be praying. One of the things you need to be praying for is for more faith, right? Let's lock it. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time finding this. Let's lock it. Yeah, you gotta be praying for more faith, man, because faith is what's gonna get you through this. Faith is what's going to get you through this. They plan to take us out. This is where the mercy of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua comes. That mercy comes in. And some of us are going to be, he's going to lift up the standard for some of us, and we're going to get those spiritual powers, right? And no one's going to be able, and if you know, Lord's will, you're one of those brothers with the spiritual powers, you are going to be good. And when that time comes, the enemy's not going to be able to stand up against you, right? The enemy is not going to be stand up against you, and you know, the women are going to come in because they're going to need that protection. And don't think that for 1 second that they're not going to know who the men of Yahweh are, man. They're going to know exactly who you are. It's going to show. What does it say? Your spirit will make you shine. Your spirit maketh you shine, or something like that. Salaki, if I'm paraphrasing that wrong. Current. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 1. Who is a wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. Right? So people are gonna know who we are, man. They're gonna know. People know now. People know now. They can kind of sense, you know, who the men of the Lord are. They can kind of sense it, man. They can tell by the way that you carry yourself and by the way that you act. That's why we gotta always, you know, always try to stay in the spirit. So that light shines forth, and they can't what does it say? That they can't get. So like it. So many scriptures just coming to my mind, man. Right? And they're gonna know who the men of the Lord are, because they're gonna be speaking truth, right? Then they're gonna have that wisdom, and they're not gonna be able to come up against them, because they won't be able to, man. It's the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. So they're not going to be able to do nothing. They're going to hear you speaking that truth, and they're going to understand. A lot of them understand that it's the truth, but they reject it. They reject it, man, because it conflicts with their spirit, and they don't like that shit. And that's another thing that's going to cause them to act out against you. Right? Let's get the brother's precept. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. Right? This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him, for grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect. So those of us who are in this truth and striving to get more and more wisdom and be, you know, counted as wise, we're gonna be protected, man. The elect are gonna be protected, right? Those who are faithful to him, they're gonna get that mercy, man. They're gonna get delivered, and some of them might get, you know, brought up to be martyrs, man. They're gonna be brought up, but they're gonna be What does it say? The dead shall rise first, right? So even if you're a martyr in this thing, you got to stay faithful, man, and pray that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah brings you through that time. Because even for the mark, you got to pray that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah brings you through that. Because you're not going to have any control over that. A lot of people think a lot of people think that they can just say, "Hey, I'm not going to take it. I'm good. I'm not going to take it." Yahweh can put the spirit on you and you take it. You know, you got to pray that he does it, that he keeps you from that time. Doesn't it say that? That. Damn, Slocky. I do not do bees, man. Slocky up. I think I got stung by a bee once when I was a kid, and my whole hand swelled up, man. So I don't deal with them. I pray y'all about showing me how Shah keeps him away from me, man. Slocky. But you know, man, losing my train of thought, man. Hey, I get a lot of stuff that go through my head and it just tears me up, man. Yeah. Hey, I'm good on that, man. I'm trying to ignore him. I can hear him like all on the side of me, but I'm just ignoring him, you know. I didn't pick a good spot this time. It's all good. Shalom. Shalom, Mark. Y'all about Shami Haushai Barakatah. Salakia, man. This all comes from me getting distracted too easily. Right? But back to this Jacob's trouble, right? It's like I said, we're getting closer to it. It's definitely on the horizon, and a lot of people, they don't want to hear it and they want to reject it. And you got people out there saying that we already went through Jacob's trouble, and that's not true. We haven't been through Jacob's trouble at all. Well, we've been through trouble, just not Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is going to be a greater trouble than we've ever experienced, man. We can't even fathom how bad it's going to be. It's going to be worse than any other time, and that's a lot to say, especially after you look at the stuff that happened to us in slavery, and then Jacob's trouble is supposed to be worse than that. A lot of Akim, Salaki, not a lot of Akim, a lot of Jake do not understand how bad this thing is going to get, right? We had times in the scriptures where women were eating their children, man, because of starvation. That's gonna come back in this time. That's coming back, man. And then the people are not getting it, right? But you know, call out Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah that the elect are getting it and they understand. And we pray that Yahweh count us as worthy and brings us through. Right? But that's all I have for y'all today. I'm gonna go ahead and close out. The water for y'all, the water for the brothers putting in the precepts, and the water for sticking in with me. You know, I want to end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, and the water for all of you Akim that hung in there with me, and Shalom.